What's up, guys? Welcome to another Building Automations Live. In this video, we're going to be creating a system for easily managing our master inbox and replying to leads that come through quickly. So we're currently inside the master inbox, and to clarify, what we're going to be creating is email templates for any new clients that we get. So this is an example of an email template, right? So we've got this right here, which is going to be sent out anytime someone responds with not interested, but it's obviously going to be not interested when people mention that they don't need the role. So the lead that we're on, they simply replied no, and that's because we have a signature that says reply no to unsubscribe. So this is not where it would be going. Would be going for these type of leads. And so if we were to get someone that says they're the wrong person, thanks for the heads up, who would be the best person to reach out to, and then something like this, right? Obviously we can refine these automations, but this is the gist. By the way, we're able to also use generate reply to have a prompt come up for any time. We're able to use a prompt essentially, right? So we've got all these different templates for these different things. And so that's a possibility of something that we can do. The handlebar data. So like this doesn't actually have anything fancy in it, but in the handlebar data, we might actually be able to send out the information of the client. So company description, company value prop, company pain points. So actually, I will write it out here. So all of the different options that we have. So um, automated, automated reply handling. This is what we're going to be working on, right? And so let's think of all of the different options that exist, and then let's think about which one we need to build out for this particular instance. So option one, right? So we've got option one. Option one is going to be reply. I'm going to put it in a numbered list because that's going to make more sense. So option one is going to be reply using a custom template. Reply and edit a custom template. And so the custom template would be this right here. So we've already got a predefined custom template. Select this template over here, and then it would actually be, yeah. So reply, insert, insert, and edit a custom template, and then from there we would add these leads to a subsequence, right? So once I send this over, some people are not going to be responding instantaneously, and so we're going to be sending them over to a subsequence. And by the way, um, this is what a subsequence that I like to use typically looks like. So it's basically just like any thoughts on the previous email. So the first one, we're responding directly to what they mentioned, right? And it's very custom. And then the follow up is like any thoughts, just checking in to see. And the follow ups is like, would you be free? And so regardless of what we reply on, if they're being sent to a subsequence, this is an example of a subsequence. And so send them to an any thoughts email subsequence, just subsequence. And with regards to the subsequence, like after this first batch, like we start to customize things a lot more. Like what do I say here? I've already helped 55 knots generate. Are you no longer? But I might actually need to update this message. But anyways, this is the gist. Send them to an any thoughts subsequence, and then have that. It doesn't even have to be seven steps, but we actually, all right. So one, the task. So this is going to be the task that we need to work on in this video is create a reply body. Sorry, create uh different options. Reply template options. So we're gonna need to work on the different template options for the subsequences, and then over here we're going to also loading. We're going to need to create subsequence for clients. Okay, and then actually, and then two, kind of partially done this, but it's like send subsequence to all campaigns. Boom. Okay, so that's option one. We insert and edit a custom template. Option two, and then we send them to a subsequence. Option two is going to be, right? Option two, actually, hold on. Okay, so option two is going to be send them to a predefined subsequence. Probably. Actually, let me actually define it for anyone who's curious. So, sending them to a predefined subsequence is like the very first image, the very first message here is just any thoughts. So this assumes that you've already responded to them with something, right? So you've already responded to them with something over here. And so sending them to a predefined subsequence basically moves this up by one. And so email one, instead of it being something fancy, it would be a pricing request. And so send them to a predefined subsequence. Example, X pricing request, meeting request, etc. Now, the only thing I don't love about this option is a few reasons. One, hard to edit, hard to customize, and then two, easier to automate. And so I think Nick Abraham does something like this where he has predefined subsequences, and when someone is in pricing request, he sends them directly to that. When someone's meeting request, to that information. Honestly, I might as well just put all of them. So pricing, information, future request, meeting request, all of these different things. The only thing is like, that's hard. So you actually have to like think of every single thing beforehand, like every single reply that you're going to get beforehand, so that you can create this. Hard to customize, or hard to hard to customize, or hard for new agencies. Don't. Data. Like, because how you would actually do this, right? You would actually analyze all email replies and then create a subsequence for them. But that's going to be freaking hard. So we're probably not going to go with this approach, right? Not going to go with this approach. It's hard. And then the final option is use an automated reply handler like revreply.com. Right? So revreply, it actually does connect with SmartLead. connects with your calendar, does all that stuff. And basically, it's an autoresponder, right, to get meetings. Um, in fact, I already have an account here. So let me log in and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my first time logging in. It's actually super cool. It looks very simple. It looks like agents, so you can add an agent, which responder name, name of the responder. Okay, so for internal use only, company name, set trigger keyword, unique keyword that's activated. So your company use identifier, website URL, company overview. So like we've already got these things, right? So we've got overview. Let's actually do this. Like actually never really like spent time doing this before. Website URL, fonto.com. Select unique keyword that will activate the autoresponder. Huh. Well, you want to have it be inside your signature. I usually have a fonto, right? Inside my signature. Actually, yeah, I usually have a fonto. Context, describe what you're selling in a few sentences. Briefly describe highlights. Um, so I have value proposition. I'll just use this. So by the way, this is things that we use inside the onboarding, the customer onboarding flow. Uh, phone type, video conference link, insert a link to your video conferencing. A link? Maybe I'll put in my meeting link, copy, and we'll plop that. Oh, actually, we don't have that. Responses are generally, yeah, concise wording. Nah, let's leave it like that. Soft, no. When enabled, the autoresponder will handle inbound. No or no thanks. Hmm. Automatic sending. All right, so we'll save this. It's missing something. Keywords field is required. What is the keywords? I'm just gonna put the company name as a font though. Here's the keyword. Don't I already have this? Oh, you have to click enter. Okay. While we generate a message. Please wait while we generate a message for Noel Mani Raguha. So this is use an automated reply handler like RevReply. And RevReply obviously has connections to SmartLead. Um, let me do that. Okay, so this was the test that we ran. I have not connected my SmartLead just yet, but it's like, hi Ramsey, thank you for your. I'm interested in your products and services. Thank you for your interest in Afonto. It's great to hear from you, and we're excited about the possibility. Fonto specializes in generating high quality pre-qualified leads for B2B companies like yours. Here are a few ways we can help you. Bespoke targeting to ensure leads you receive are aligned perfectly with your phone vetted leads who are ready to engage, um, increasing your chances, monthly satisfaction guarantee, or committed to the work. Discuss, book a meeting with me here. If these times don't work for you, feel free to propose. Actually, hold on a minute. I'm kind of impressed. So use an automated reply handler like RevReply. This seems pretty good option. So option one seems pretty good. Option three seems pretty good as well. Option four Right, so we've got a few options. Option four is use Smart Lead AI Writer. So here's what I think about this, the Smart Lead AI Writer. Generate a reply. This to do the Smart Lead AI Writer needs to be incorporated into the SOPs, ensuring the handle bar data. I'm realizing something. Always has client name. Yeah, so we actually might not even need to do that. API.smartly.ai. We are able to update a lead, right? So lead, we're able to update a lead. And the question is, are we able to add custom fields to the lead? Update a lead using lead ID. We are able to add the custom fields. So when a lead replies, huh, to ensure the handlebar data always has client details. So client details, we are able to actually do that. Added within the positive reply automation. Boom. So the positive reply automation is over here. It's positive. Would be in the all scenarios. So this is the positive replies automation. Whenever a lead comes through, it's positive. We look for the task and we also find the client. And so by finding the client, we get the company description, value prop, and pain points. And so with that information, we're actually able to send it over into Smart Lead, right back into the master inbox. So before we even get notified or before anything goes to anywhere, we send the information into the Smart Lead AI writer. Now the question becomes, how good is this AI writer? Whereas if the AI writer is good, you basically need some templates. So you need like 10 templates. You need like 10 templates. You need GPT-4. Damn, all these options are good. All of these options are actually pretty good. Because like this is good. This is also pretty good, right? So we could check this. The one that I do not love is this. Hmm. Predefined subsequence. It's hard to customize. Like you need a lot. But I love this option. I love this option. I love this option too. So we might actually be able to do all of these. But I'm trying to think of like what is the best mix for what we need. So let's look at billing. What is the billing here? Per user per month. Why is there a per user thing? So 50 auto responses per user per month. Okay. Uh, well, that's not actually bad. Like if you're getting, I think maybe 100 is more reasonable. So 100 auto responses, everything in free plus, inbox refreshes, auto follow-ups up to 3, auto re-engage, reach back dates. So if you're an agency, damn, I really like the design of this too. Really like the design of this as well. So then really it's not really a pricing issue because I'm happy to pay 35 bucks per client because that's technically what it is. So on a monthly basis, we get a client and the client gets replies and stuff, right? Damn, I really like how they designed this. Nah, screw that. I like dark mode. Um, okay, I'm not sharing anything sensitive. Um, Google Calendar. Now, how do I connect my client's calendar and everything? Okay, anyways, so we've got three really good options. Automated reply handler like revreply.com, smart lead AI writer, and then insert custom templates. Oh God, all of these are such good options. So we're gonna spend like 10 minutes just thinking about which option to go with because all of them are good. Um, so this one, it can reply to leads quickly as I'm sleeping. Ah, shoot. And I'm thinking about this. It's like my goal is to get a Fonto to 50K per month with 0 employees. So like that's pretty nice. So this is in the pros. The question is, are we able to use more than one of these together? I don't think so, hey? Okay, let me actually like take time to like actually add my smart lead account and then I'll be right back and we'll think through this. Okay, so I've just set up my Rev Reply account and I'm trying to think through like some of these emails that we've already gotten, right? Um, right, so like Rodolfo responded like, what's your what is the experience that you have? Could you explain me how this is defined? Like how like because I remember this, right? It was kind of an interesting one. And I responded, the candidate I have in mind has a lot of expertise in demand planning, supply chain, and forecasting with established companies in the US. This is based on the candidate's resume. So it's like it would be hard to actually like automate that unless we have like back end systems. So like this would be in the cons for this, right? So pros reply to leads quickly. In the cons, it would be uh, unable to handle complex handling complex requests. Now, this would actually be able to do it, the Smart Lead AI Writer, because the way the Smart Lead AI Writer, especially when we consider the handlebar data, I'm able to send handlebar data of the candidate that we're talking about. And so, like, if I'm running a specific campaign with a specific type of candidate, right before I add them to the campaign, I'm able to leverage this handlebar data so that I can send it over into the campaign and then use that as a response, right? And so we're following up. Let's look at Brian. What was the response here? The pricing varies a lot depending on the guarantee. Ranges from 2 to 12 months, because that's what I want to actually replicate. Like, you don't want to create automations to do random shit. You want to create automations to replicate what you do manually. And so that's what I would want to replicate. Like, what I replied manually, I want to automate that, not necessarily creating something random. And so this person I asked for at this moment, we're okay. Question: what is the annual salary? Like, see, like that part, the annual salary. What did I mention about the annual salary? I've CC'd my team here, and they can shed some light. I forgot to CC the team. Doesn't matter though, right? It doesn't actually matter. But that was the intention, was to CC the team so that they can answer that. And so it's like, one, right? Let's look at some of the pros here. Um, we'll do it like this. So pros, cons, and then we've got pros over here. So pros. This one can handle the most complex replies. Cons takes get to. So handle the most replies, takes a long time to get to, and then we're not gonna even worry about this one. And then option three, replies to leads quickly, but not that. And then this one, I actually kind of like this one because um pros speeds up the time to create responses. Hold on a minute, because this is what this does too. And so what's the difference? Actually, let's figure this out. It's the same problem. It's the same problem. It's the exact same problem. It is literally the exact same problem. You know what I mean? So option one and option four are the same. So questions, right? These are the questions that need to be asked. When should we use templates? And when should we use the AI writer? And then the third and final option. So this would actually be like, if we're going to go with ourselves, we would have to ask this question, right? And then if we're not going with ourselves and we're choosing to use a tool like Rev Reply, it would be when, sorry, it would be how, when should we use templates and when should we use the AI writer? And then rev reply, it's completely different. Like we have to use that, or honestly, like rev reply could actually go with option two. But why would you do that? Like you could just do rev reply. Based on workflows, should we, based on our workflows, should we simply use rev reply? So when should we use templates? And then should we use rev reply? And so the question then becomes, how complex are the replies that I'm sending? So like this was part of the subsequence. That's correct. Like this is a type of reply that I would expect rev reply to have. Honestly, this is also another reply I think rev reply can handle. Another reply I think rev reply can handle. That's it. So it's like, do we use templates or the AI writer? And then it's like, which do we use for what? Right? Which do we use for what? And so let's actually just do some cool stuff here. Let us create a brand new campaign. So create a campaign, HubSpot. We'll go with this one, Fonto. We're gonna assign it to ourselves. Let me think about this. New mapping. New mapping. Are we able to add? No, we're not able to add. Oh, actually, we are. We are. But this is coming from HubSpot. It's not coming from ClickUp. So we might actually be able to add like description value. We don't want to do that. We don't want to add it to HubSpot. That just makes it more complicated than it needs to be. All right, next. So we're gonna go back to Rodolfo. We're gonna send this over here. Same message that we sent, right? Same exact message, and then let's see how well um, Rev Reply can handle the response. Right? Because if Rev Reply can handle a response like that, and to be honest, it probably can, but it's just like how much training does it need to have to be able to handle complex replies? Another thing that I have to consider is another question, right? Is how many replies do we need to handle? Can we handle it? Right? I made another video which was like 50K per month with zero employees, right? So 50K, honestly, that doesn't matter. So we got to do 8 to 16 clients, right? So to hit that goal, we got to have 8 to 16 clients, active clients. And so let's go ahead and assume we are getting an average of 50 leads. 50, yeah, let's do 40, right? So that 40 engaged leads per client per month, right? So 40 engaged leads per client per month. That means, right? That means we're going to need to have 10 engaged leads per month, per week, right? So 10 engaged leads per week, per client per week, right? And from here, we're going to need to do it one more time, right? So per day, on a per day basis, we look at that. So that is going to be 2 engaged leads per client per day, right? And then when we add all of this stuff up together, right? When we add all of this stuff up together, we're going to get a total of 16, right? 16 to 32 email replies per day. That honestly clears it up a lot more. So like ourselves, just us, we got to handle 16 to 32 email replies per day. Right? Man, where's my brand colors, man? Where's my brand colors? 834, 837. Let me make that bold. All right, so 16 to 32 email replies per day. Let's assume that each reply takes us 5 minutes. Is it going to take us 5 minutes? Yeah, let's just play it safe. It could be quicker, right? Like when you start to consider a lot of other factors, it could be quicker. But let's just but it also could be longer. Like if I need to look up someone's resume and do all that type of stuff. So 5 minutes per reply, meaning we're going to need what's that? What am I looking for here? I'm looking for my calculator. Also, why am I going on my phone? I could just do it on my computer. So 16 times 5, we're gonna have 80. So 80 minutes to 32 times 5, 160 minutes. I mean, I could have just figured that out, but minutes per day. Just handling replies. 16 to 32 email replies per day. 5 minutes per reply. 80 to 160 minutes per day. I mean, when you put it like that, Rev reply seems like a good option. But then I wonder, because yeah, this is too much. This is too much. I don't want to spend this much time on replies. Um, right? I don't want to spend this much time handling replies. Let's what is I think 60 minutes is good for me. So like what does that actually look like in numbers? So it's 160 divide 60 minutes. So hold on a minute. I got that totally wrong. Um, okay. So let's do this times 80. So we basically need to move this to 30 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes per day. I'm cool with doing this, or even a little bit longer than this, which means how long would it have to be for me to spend to reply to 16 emails per with 30? So that would have to be 2 minutes per reply. 2 minutes per reply. So this is what we need to, this is the golden star. Like this is what we need to work towards. If I can't get 2 minutes per reply, it's just better to use Rev Reply. And if I can get 2 minutes per reply, then it actually makes sense to use Rev Reply. So let me check my inbox and let me see if the email came through or did it go to spam. I'm not seeing the email. Oh, shoot. You know what I did? Number one, I didn't schedule the campaign. And number two, it's 20 minutes. So we'll have to come back here in a second. So save email accounts, and then let's go ahead and start campaign. Because I basically need to get this to see that we sent an email. Though to be honest, this is really all that matters. So for most of you, it's actually, I think it's probably going to be better to use Rev Reply because you're not going to be able to get 2 minutes per reply. You're just not. But I think I can actually do it. I think I can actually like. I mean, unless you're like technical, you know how automations work, all that stuff, right? And that's probably why you're watching this. So maybe you can. Um, 2 minutes per reply. This is so interesting. Mm. That's the decision, right? It's just determining like, do I want to have the ability? Because what I don't want to do is lose leads that we work so hard to get, like so hard, like to just get the leads to respond and be like, hey, I'm interested. It's so hard. So I don't want to risk losing those leads, right? And that's why I want to see like, how does Rev Reply handle this? Okay, so cool. Let's grab Rodolfo's message and we're gonna send it. I'm gonna send. Oh, wait a minute. No, Rodolfo sent me a message. It's like, what experience do they have? right? That's perfect. And so let me respond to that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just sent a reply. Um, it should pop up inside here in a second. So I'll add it to the queue and we'll come back in a second. So honestly, I think that's it. It's just like 2 minutes per reply. But I mean, you're also not thinking about like mental bandwidth. Bandwidth. Hmm. Mental bandwidth. Do I want to deal with that many replies per day? Okay, so the reply has come through. If we refresh the page, it's now here. We could deal with it. I mean, it should just be like, whoa, what's going on? I'm getting so many notifications. Hold on a second. I'll find the. Okay, so we've got the email. It's like same thing that Rodolfo had messaged previously, and now it's that's pretty quick, right? Is that what I was getting notified for? Like was or do I have to integrate Slack? I have to integrate Slack, right? What did I previously respond, by the way? So let's find Rodolfo. One sec. Okay, so let's find Rodolfo. Um, yeah, it was in the sales funnel. Rodolfo. The candidate I have in mind has a lot of experience in demand planning, supply chain, like I said. I could see from LinkedIn that most of your team is based in Mexico. That requirements. And then this one said, thank you for your response and for your interest. Thank you for your response and for your interest in understanding more about our supply and demand planners. Our planners come with extensive experience in the realm of supply chain management, specifically tailored to the injection molding industry. Is this injection molding? Because that's pretty good if it is. Most have a background of 5+ years. Okay, this is getting hard to read. This is getting hard to read because it just keeps scrolling up. Um, Thank you for your response and for your interest in understanding more about our supply and demand planners. Our planners come with extensive experience in the realm of supply chain management, specifically tailored to the injection molding industry. Most have a background of 5+ years in industry specific roles that involve complex demand forecasting and optimizing operation. Their expertise is in effectively aligning production capacities with market demands, thereby minimizing operational costs and enhance productivity. As for the relationship with your company, If you decide to proceed, our planners will engage on a contract basis and may operate any type of setup. Runs your team season. Holy shit, this is pretty good. Because I gave it the wrong information. And it actually kind of came up with something nice. This setup provides your team with seasoned expertise without the long-term overheads associated with permanent hires. Obviously, this is wrong because I gave it the wrong information, but furthermore, the 12-month satisfaction guarantee we offer underlines our commitment to delivering tangible results and ensuring a harmonious and productive collaboration. Well, goddamn. Now I'm even more confused because this is actually really good. Now, the only problem that I don't super love. Oh, right. It's based on the keywords. So the signature needs to have the keyword. And so did my email have the keyword Noel Afonso? Whoa. Hold on a minute. Did it have Afonso? It must have had it did not, but it must have had Afonso inside the email. Embed it naturally. Actually, this is kind of weird. um, that it worked, but it seems to have worked. Like I didn't put a Fonto in the signature. Right, this was the email that I sent, but I'm going to assume that it took a Fonto from there. Okay, but like this is actually really good. It's very long though. It's very long. Responses 3 to 4 sentences, 1 to 2 sentences. Update. Is there a way to regenerate? Okay. Well, shit. Wait a minute. So, does this pricing auto responses, does it auto generate or like inbox refresh every 30 minutes? Wait, because this person was obviously a positive reply. So is that, am I getting charged for that? Like, do we respond to every single lead? Because then that would actually be more expensive than. what I had previously mentioned, which is 40 emails. Because that's what I had in mind, right? Like 40 emails per client, so $25 per client. Um, so it might actually be like more on this over here, agency team, um, 600 per, and then you can add credits. So how much is the credit? So it's 500 for $200 for 200. Sorry, it's 500 credits. Right, it's 500 credits for $200. So how much would that be if I was to? Damn, that's a lot. But also, if you think about like how much is my time worth, it actually makes sense. So here's the conclusion. We're gonna have a conclusion over here. Um, conclusion, conclusion, conclusion is it's interesting. Rev reply is amazing. That's actually amazing. Um, still need to do more tests. More tests. Right? The next thing to consider, there's a few conclusions. And by the way, this is going to have a part two. So the next part, we're going to actually be building these things if we end up going that route. The next part is custom templates and reply handlers. Sorry, the AI writers. So custom templates and AI writers are manual. Honestly, it's starting to feel like there's no real reason to not use reply because it just handled something that's pretty complex. Like I said, I would have probably changed some things, like it's not the same as what I actually wrote. I don't even think they addressed wait, actually never mind, that's different. Yeah. Um I'm lost. Because now I'm like, maybe I should actually give Rev Reply a bigger shot. The only concern that I have is just that it's like 100 auto responses per user, inbox refresh every 5 minutes. That's the only problem. But other than that, I think they're great. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spend 1 hour building out this stuff, and then I will test out Rev Reply on my own time, and I'll come back with a follow-up video letting you guys know how I think about Rev Reply. So we'll do more tests. Ay, ay. I'm lost. I think I should actually just start using it. um, we'll see. If there's a part two, there's a part two. If there's no part two, then I'm using Rev Reply. Because that was actually a pretty cool demo. I'm surprised they got the job done, and maybe they're what I'm looking for. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. If there's another video, there's another video. If not, I'm using Rev Reply. Cheers.